The following is a paid advertisement from Donna Dean Stevens Entertainment.
Howdy! It's the Jimmy Dean Show.
Howdy! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Johnny Cash. Won't you hear it?
I keep the end proud for the tie that binds, because you're mine. I walk the line.
Well, the Jimmy the revenues too, searching for a place where they made it through. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept on cooking.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, we'll make the street a lot of Memphis and Rome. And all I gotta do, I can ask.
If you love classic country music, you'll agree that the 1960s was the golden age of country.
Just a little loving will go a long way. And you'll make me happy the rest of my day. Whenever I'm calling, to love is calling. Timber, I'm falling in love with you.
She's long gone, and now I'm on.
And there was only one primetime television series in the 60s that brought you all of the stars, The Jimmy Dean Show.
The Jimmy Dean Show. Howdy! I'm gonna dance with the dollar with a hole in her sock. While the knees keep a knocking and the toes keep a rocking. Gonna dance with the dollar with a hole in her sock. Gonna dance for the light of the moon.
I'm honored to be here with Donna Dean Stevens to celebrate her late husband and my best buddy, Jimmy Dean, with the release of The Jimmy Dean Show on DVD.
Thank you, Bill. It's great being with you. This is video that hasn't been seen in over 50 years. Can you believe that? You know, the 1960s was a decade of cultural revolutions, and there was no bigger revolution than Jimmy Dean hosting his own primetime country music variety series right in the middle of New York City.
And the wind is blowing up a storm, something fierce. I saw an old hen this morning get her back to the wind, laid the same egg 3 times. Well, then suppose you and I just kind of settle back here and relax. And in the first place, I wasn't supposed to turn when the guy hit me with a bottle, right? Well, right now the nose is bleeding. If you think I'm kidding, it's bleeding. I mean, for real, like blood, you know. And in second place, one of our dancers had a little routine. And he's got a southern exposure in his britches you wouldn't believe, friend.
Armed with a laid-back style and sharp wit, Jimmy Dean ushered in the 1963-64 television season with his Texas tall good looks and chart-topping hit songs.
I will a fume, then a fuss, then I might have cried a little, and my head went a-spinning around. I with a little bit of luck and my little black book will get another before the sun goes down. I'm kind of broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip. Everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Ready? Big John, Big John. A big bad John. Where the river runs like silver deer and the birds they sing so sweet. I got a pretty cabin, hon, and something good to eat. Yeah, waiting for the wagon, waiting for the wagon, waiting for the wagon, and we'll all take a ride.
Of course, it wouldn't be a Jimmy Dean Show without country music. Season 1 offers some truly historic performances. Of the 18 featured country stars, 14 of them are inducted into the Country Music
Wow.
Hall of Fame, 15 if you count Jimmy.
And some performances stand out as rare moments in time, such as 14-year-old Hank Williams Jr. Check this out.
Hey, hey, good looking. How's about cooking something up with me?
And the great Jim Reeves, shortly before his tragic death.
Waiting just for you. Welcome to my world.
The Jimmy Dean Show quickly became famous for one of its regulars, Jim Henson's Muppet, Rowlf the Dog. This was the first time Henson and his Muppets were featured on a weekly primetime television series.
When you're laughing,
sun comes shining.
Come here. But when you're crying, why you bring all the rain? So stop that.
Rowlf received up to 2,000 fan letters a week as Jimmy's pal and sidekick. But like any good variety show, it's the wide array of guests who make the series. From sports, gospel, cartoons, and Hollywood.
I'm in love with you when I sing. Oh, say you love me too when I sing.
Season 1 of The Jimmy Dean Show features some of the top comedians of the 1960s, such as Jackie Mason, Dick Shawn, and country music Hall of Famer, the Duke of Paducah.
I'm going to wagon, boys. These shoes are killing me.
One of the series regulars was Don Adams, who you can see developing his familiar catchphrases a year and a half before he and Pat McCormick joined the hit television series Get Smart.
Why, I remember once I was umpiring behind the plate, and Mickey Mantle fouled off a ball right into this chest protector. Broke 8 ribs. 8 ribs, would you believe it? That's pretty hard to believe. Would you believe 6 ribs?
Don't talk back, Grandma.
Pop stars of the day were also featured.
Don't let her know that she's getting through to you.
This is the first time we had them screamers in. Is that right? Yeah, they're
They
there.
sound mighty nice.
They do.
The Jimmy Dean Show Season 1 is a fun-filled, family-oriented musical romp from the mid-1960s, brought to you in glorious black and white, and lovingly restored from the original 50-year-old kinescopes. And owning it is as easy as picking up your phone.
Now, for the first time, Season 1 of The Jimmy Dean Show is available on DVD, featuring classic country stars such as Tex Ritter,
Jack a diamond, Jack a dime. Know you of old. Rob my poor pocket, silver and gold.
Eddie Arnold,
Any time you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue.
and Buck Owens.
Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here again. No more loneliness, only happiness. Love's gonna live here.
You won't find these historic performances anywhere. The Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 includes 15 episodes. That's more than 12 hours of remastered television not seen in over 50 years, all in a 4 DVD box set for 4 payments of $29.95. Volume 1 also includes exclusive bonus interviews with Merle Haggard, Bobby Bear, Bill Anderson, and Donna Dean Stevens, all sharing their memories of the Jimmy Dean Show.
Jimmy and Frank Oz and Jim Henson were goofing around, and Jimmy hauled off and smacked Rowlf the Muppet, and ping pong balls went everywhere, and Willie went, ah, like a human had come apart.
And of course, you get the Jimmy Dean Satisfaction Guarantee. If you don't love the Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 DVD box set, just send it back and we'll refund your purchase price. No questions asked.
Just one second, all right? Pearl Bailey. Oh, thank you. Oh, honey, I've been wanting to meet you before.
Imagine more than 190 music performances by these classic stars. This is a must-have collection for fans of the golden age of television, as well as fans of classic country, comedy, and pop.
I'm strong as an ox.
I'm strong as an ox.
I'm healthy as a horse.
I'm healthy as a horse.
And there you are.
There's only one thing wrong.
What?
I'm sick as a dog.
15 episodes in the Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 can be yours today. That's for 4 easy payments of $29.95. If you like country music, you'll love the music and comedy of the Jimmy Dean Show. And remember, This collection is not sold in stores, so call now.
Not long ago, we were lucky enough to have Merle Haggard and Bobby Baird drop by to talk about what the Jimmy Dean Show meant to them. Here's part of that conversation.
It's the Jimmy Dean Show.
You know, Bobby, I think, kind of take things like the Jimmy Dean Show for granted, you and I do, and seeing all the acts that you and I admired on those shows, I'm sure that the people nowadays would be overwhelmed with the talent.
Everybody that was anybody at that time was on a Jimmy Dean Show.
I've been away from you a long time. I never thought I'd miss you so. Somehow I feel your love is real. Near you, I want to be. And though you don't want me now, I'll get along somehow. And then I won't want you.
I said I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one.
Kind of the music that influenced all the people that you would recognize, people such as Eddie Arnold, Johnny Cash.
Oh, you name it.
Name it, and they're on this show.
My heart goes pit-a-pat when I look into her eyes. I break out in sweat. Then I begin to twitch. There ain't no vaccination for the love boogie.
You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you, I know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
Just because I rang her number by mistake today, she thinks I still care.
People, when they buy this package, they're really getting something that's historic.
Timber, I'm falling, true love is calling. Timber, I'm falling, in love with you. With timber, I'm falling, true love is calling. Timber, I'm falling, in love with you.
Big wheel rolling down the track, made the two loving daddy ain't coming back. I'm rolling on. You were flying too high for my little old sky, so I'm moving on.
I'll sit around and play around. This whole town too long. Summer's almost gone. Yes, winter's coming on. I'll sit around and play around. This whole town too long. And I feel like I've got to travel on.
The Jimmy Dean Show reflected Jimmy's wide taste in music, including bluegrass and gospel.
If I had my life to live over, I'd never go there anymore. Rolling my sweet baby song, rolling my sweet baby song, rolling round my shack till the bells ring from back, and I'm rolling my sweet baby song.
Swing down, sweet chariot stopping, let me ride. Swing down, chariot stopping, let me ride. In a lucky Lord, come and keep it. I've got holy I saw Noah when he built his kingdom ark. I'm the guy that slipped in when it was dark. I saw Peter, Paul, and Moses playing ring around the roses. I can look the guy that says it isn't so.
You know, Jimmy was fond of both kinds of music, country and western.
I'm a riding fool who is up to date. I know every trail in the Lone Star State, and I ride 'em all in a hot rod 850 because until the darkness sheds its veil, there'll be blue shadows on the trail. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. You can send me on forever, but I ask you, please, don't you fence me.
The Jimmy Dean Show is not just music. Also featured are many of the most important comedians of the 1960s at their stand-up best.
I never had my own clothes. It sounds silly, but it's true. I came from a big family. I used to get hand-me-downs. And in my case, they were from my older sister. It was embarrassing at the pool hall when you lean over to make a shot.
What happened to the beautiful songs we used to hear? They had beautiful lyrics to them. Lyrics like, Mersey dotes and doty dotes. Songs that had depth.
Down in the meadow in the itty-bitty pool. Now then, you're gonna see our far girl Lynn break up. Pronounce it backwards.
Well, this is Sisto Naco Nat Yutilubba Snea Martin, the dirt lamb you ran, you Somali Itna.
Happy anniversary, Charlie.
Yeah, 16 years today, baby.
16 years, Charlie. The hard way. Together.
You know what's the matter with you? Well, you've become a hypochondriac. Wait a minute.
You leave my religion out of this.
And there's also Rowlf the Dog. The Jimmy Dean Show was the first time Jim Henson and Frank Oz were regularly featured on a primetime television series. You'll love all 29 Rowlf and Jimmy Dean performances not seen in over 50 years.
Hey, look, on the back of this, the rain god's name is wrote in Peruvian.
Yeah?
Magawag Chapultepec.
Well, what does it mean?
Bow to me or I'll flood your basement. Happy birthday, Lassie. She's the only dog I'll ever love. I'd rather bite than switch. Let me just tune up a minute here. My man has fleas. For my sunshine, my only sunshine. You gonna sing? You make me happy. Skies are gray.
Historic music, comedy, and a real live Muppet, all not seen in over 50 years, all digitally remastered and ready for you to enjoy. And all it takes is a phone call.
For the very first time in more than 50 years, the fully restored Season 1 of The Jimmy Dean Show is now available on DVD. Volume 1 includes performances of comedy, pop, and country legends like Don Adams.
You will be there at 9 o'clock with the microfilm of the bombs that will blow up the world. 9 o'clock, 14 Wilhelmstrasse.
I'm not a spy.
Rosemary Clooney.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring is sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual.
And Homer and Jethro.
I'll give you 2 bits for that hound dog. The one with a sad ache in the heart. For he looks so much like my girlfriend, I can't hardly tell them apart.
Volume 1's 4 DVD box set has more than 12 hours of digitally restored classic 1960s television. Also included is an exclusive conversation with Merle Haggard, Bobby Bare, Bill Anderson, and Donna Dean Stevens, sharing their memories of The Jimmy Dean Show.
He said, what would it cost me to get you to go to New York and play the Jimmy Dean Show for me? And Fuzzy said, well, it'll be $1,000 a day, plus expenses and plane fare. Back then, you could buy a Cadillac for $1,000.
Order now and receive Volume 1 for 4 payments of $29.95. That's 15 episodes, over 12 hours of classic television, hosted by Jimmy Dean and featuring extraordinary country, pop, and comedy performances for 4 easy payments of $29.95.
A little guy. Next to you, King Kong's a midget.
There's one thing I want to tell you.
His boots are taller than my wife.
You won't find these historic performances anywhere. This is a must-have collection for fans of classic country, pop, and comedy.
Sometimes I wish I were an ordinary dog so I wouldn't understand his brand of humor.
Which also includes a rare look at the early careers of Jim Henson and Frank Oz.
go on, nephew, and make me a proud of
Hey, folks, upon my television screen, there is a man who's tall and lean. Of all the stars I've ever seen, the greatest star was Jimmy, my star's last name, Uncle Rowlf.
It starts with a D.
Oh, the greatest star is Jimmy Durante.
And remember, you get the Jimmy Dean Satisfaction Guarantee. If you don't absolutely love the Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 DVD box set, just send it back and we'll refund your purchase price. No questions asked. So call now to receive the Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 for 4 easy payments of $29.95. This collection is not sold in stores, so call or order online now.
And buddy, I ain't kidding.
Jimmy Dean Show.
Now, honey, do the dishes and I'll feed the old sow. Also the chickens and our one-yearly cow.
The Jimmy Dean Show was an amazing mid-1960s weekly primetime network television series featuring classic country music stars at the height of their careers.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
They're gonna put me in the movie. They're gonna make a big star out of me. Yeah, we'll make the scene about a Memphis and romance. And all I gotta do, act naturally. Well, the Jimmy the revenues too. Searching for a place where the ladies grew. They were looking, trying to book you, but my pappy kept on cooking.
But this golden age of television music variety series was not just country music. Pop stars of the day were also featured.
Knock back, trembling lips, burning eyes, don't start crying. Heart, don't let her know that you're breaking in two.
But he can't build houses with buckshot in his trousers, and you can't get a hug from a mom with a slug. No, you can't get a man with a gun. Tra-la-la, pretty baby, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning to the mockingbird trill.
But my arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long.
It wouldn't be a variety show without comedians. The Jimmy Dean Show had some historic guests.
A simulated alligator wallet. With a leather case with holes in it so you can listen right through the case if you want to.
Good evening, little orphan Annie. Old girl, what's new in your life?
Well, I just come from an all-night party at Alley-Oop's place. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a little messy. Those parties are wild. You gotta look out for Mickey Mouse when he starts drinking that cheap wine, I'll tell you.
The type of a person that's really a hero is not the one that fights during a war. You didn't know that. I have to tell you everything. The real hero is the one that works for his country all year round, you know, during the Christmas season. When the government hollers, "Hey, Riley, I'm the first one." I mail everything. No matter what I see, I mail it. I don't even know to who. I just mail. Do I get excited every Christmas? It's not even my holiday.
You weren't too smart, were you?
Well, I wouldn't say that,
I understand you flunked reset.
You really know how to hurt a guy, don't you?
Fans of Jim Henson and his Muppets will recognize Rowlf the Dog. The Jimmy Dean Show was the first time Jim Henson and his Muppets were featured as regulars on a national television series. You'll love all 29 Rowlf and Jimmy Dean performances not seen in over 50 years.
For those of you who weren't aware of it, this is National Dog Week, and we invited an old friend of ours, and this is Rowlf, and we'd like you to say hello.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here as official spokesman for the dog world. And in the words of our president...
Wait. Your president?
Oh, yeah, we dogs have a government just like you do, you know.
Oh, well, who's your president?
Lassie, of course.
Now, come on. Now, dadgummit, don't tell me that you just learned that all by... You can play that well by yourself.
I was just kidding, Jimmy. Actually, I've been taking lessons from the greatest trombonist of them all, Rubber Lips Levine.
Really?
Yeah, he flies in from Chicago twice a week to teach me.
Flies in, huh?
Yeah, without a plane.
Friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgotten, ours will still be hot.
This is a series you won't find anywhere. Call the number on your screen or order online today.
Now, for the first time, Season 1 of The Jimmy Dean Show is available on DVD, featuring classic country stars such as Buck Owens, George Jones, and Johnny Cash. These are the artists who established country as one of the most popular genres of music in the world today. You won't find these historic performances anywhere. The Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 box set includes 15 episodes. That's over 12 hours of remastered television not seen in more than 50 years, all in a 4 DVD box set for 4 easy payments of $29.95.
And every week I'll do a spot where I talk to a pet human.
Volume 1 also includes exclusive bonus interviews with Merle Haggard, Bobby Bear, Bill Anderson, and Donna Dean Stevens, all sharing their memories of The Jimmy Dean Show. And of course, you get the Jimmy Dean Satisfaction Guarantee. If you don't love The Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 DVD box set, just send it back, and we'll refund your purchase price, no questions asked.
Might be good for the show, but it's rough on banjo players.
That's nearly 200 historic music performances not seen in more than 50 years. This is a must-have collection for fans of the golden age of television, as well as fans of classic country, comedy, and pop.
If I ain't Jimmy Dean, and a hog's nose ain't pork. Big Bad John.
15 episodes in The Jimmy Dean Show Volume 1 can be yours today for 4 easy payments of $29.95. If you like country music, you'll love the music and comedy of The Jimmy Dean Show. And remember, this collection is not sold in stores, so call or order online now.
I've had a lot of fun looking back at all of these amazing performances from the Jimmy Dean Show, and I hope you have too.
I have. Thanks to Merle Haggard and Bobby Bear for joining us. Enjoy your copy of The Jimmy Dean Show Season 1.
And as Jimmy would say at the end of every show, good luck to you, bless you and everybody at your house.
And grin once in a while. It's good for you.
The preceding has been a paid advertisement from Donna Dean Stevens Entertainment.